Hello and welcome back. Teresa is here with her honey soy chicken wings. Well, you're not really, not yet, anyway, but you're about to show us how to do it.
I am.
And a Bessemer wok. Why a Bessemer wok, do you think?
Well, because the Bessemer wok, it works fantastic on top of the stove, and the fact that it's got a flat bottom allows people to use it on any type of hot plate, whether you have a ceramic or a glass top or gas. It doesn't need to sit on a tripod like a lot of woks do.
Sure, which are okay for gas.
Yeah.
I mean, this still works for gas, but the other ones don't work for anything else. And a lot of other woks are made of stainless steel, really, aren't they? Which
you have hot spots in a lot of woks. Well, I'm going to show you how the wok heats up all the way up the sides and how you can cook evenly all up the sides as well, and that's an advantage to having a Bessemer wok.
Let's show everyone too, just before you start that, why that's so. Have a quick look at this and you'll notice that the cast aluminium goes all the way up the sides, as most do, but look how thick it is. I mean, this is an extraordinarily thick base, but it's a thick side too. So the heat, which is touching that base, travels all the way up there because aluminium is a superconductor, and it's trapped in there too, because on the outside you've got a layer of enamel. Enamel's almost like an insulator, isn't it, Teresa?
Keeps the heat in.
Yeah.
And you can actually, if I put the chicken right up the sides, you can actually hear it sizzling. So that proves how it heats up all the way up the sides. I've just used chicken wings. You can cut them up into little cocktail pieces. This is great if you're having a big party and you want to, you know, feed a crowd. It's a real nice
finger food,
cocktail food. Yeah.
Nothing like it too. There's nothing worse than going to someone's place and they've got neat little looking things that are stacked up 10 foot tall and you're trying to put them in your mouth and they're falling all over the carpet. And stuff like this is really good, isn't it?
It sure is. And I'm not using any oil either, because you really don't need to with the titanium that we have in the coating. You don't need to use any oil. So we're just going to stir them a little bit, and you throw some garlic in there and salt and pepper and some soy sauce and of course some red wine. You've always got to add your red wine to your chicken. Of
course.
And
so soy.
Soy.
Recipes on the website, remember? Bessemer.com.au.
And kids love this. This is a really nice finger food for kids as well. And you can make a whole meal out of this. You know, once you finish cooking them, you can add vegetables in there and stir fry your vegetables. Or we're going to serve it up with some steamed rice today, so you can make a better steamed rice and have them in there. But they are very delicious.
Yum. Smells pretty good so far. And what else? Oh,
and
honey.
I'm going to put honey in there.
So honey, there's no oil in the pan, and you're about to drip honey through it, which a lot of people will be just cringing about if they use stainless steel cookware particularly.
You'd have to soak it probably for a couple of days, but that just cooks lovely in there, the honey. So you end up with a nice thick sauce. Now you can have more sauce and add it to your rice, so that's how you make the meal with the rice, or you can dry it out completely. Which this wok allows you to do, and you can have it as finger food. And I'm going to put some sesame seeds, because sesame seeds are really good for you as well.
This is, and we've seen this right throughout the series, one of those dishes that I would definitely do in the oven.
Well, I actually used to do this in the oven before I was introduced into Bessemer. I would marinate this a couple of nights before, or the night before, and cook it in the oven, and it'd probably take about an hour, but I can actually do the same thing now, marinate it in the wok, and it only takes 15-20 minutes. So again, quick, easy cooking is what we like to promote. Yeah,
fantastic. Now, you mentioned food for kids. Your story about being introduced to Bessemer, so it revolves around your kids and your family a little bit, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, it does, David. When I started in Bessemer, I had a very young family, and working full-time was very difficult. I just couldn't handle the full-time hours.
It's impossible, really, isn't it, when you've got kids?
Yeah, three children under the age of 5. It was quite hard.
My goodness me, you should have got a medal.
started young, and yeah, had them one after the other. And so I found that the part-time flexible hours in Bessemer really suited my lifestyle, and that's why I made a change in my life.
So you went to a Bessemer party and thought, wow, this is fantastic, and got talking to the distributor?
Because I had no sales experience, and I didn't know how to sell. It just wasn't my scene. And I thought, well, I like the cookware I wanted to buy, and so the only way I could actually purchase was by joining up and buying a kit. And that's what I did. And I thought, oh no, this is not going to work. And the condition was just to have the 3 parties. So I thought, I'll have my 3 parties and I'll stop. But that didn't happen, because the business just kept going, and everyone wanted me, you know, to show them how the cookware worked, and I just kept going. And it's great. It's been the best thing. and my kids are all grown up now, so I could probably get myself a full-time job, but I find this is just fantastic for me. It just works really well. And I'm my own boss as well, so, I mean, why would I look for another job?
That's true. Now, if you're really interested in this too, then call the number that's on your screen right now. And you too can sign up to become a Bessemer distributor. Flexible hours, work whenever you like. If you're picking up the kids on certain days of the week, then you don't work then. Maybe you can work in the evenings or the mornings. You get to be able to be in control of your working life, don't you?
It's very flexible because you actually work the hours to suit yourself. So if you want to do a demonstration in the day, you know, you've got your nights free, or if you've got your husband looking after the kids at night, you can go out at night, and it works very well.
Yeah, it'd be particularly good for single mums and single parents in general, really, wouldn't it? Now, we've got some special deals, some incentives for you to join and become a Bessemer distributor. So, again, I refer to you to the number on your screen. Call it. Talk to the operators, give it a go. The incentives are wonderful. You will be able to purchase Bessemer cookware for a fraction of the retail cost, which is great. Now, Teresa, you mentioned being in business and starting up your own business. And look, I've started up a couple of businesses in my time, and they're hideously expensive, particularly up front. You know, you have to buy this, you have to buy that, you've got to get cards as stationery and promote yourselves and all of those kinds of things when you start your own little business. But that wouldn't be true of starting your business with Bessemer.
Actually, that's really what convinced me. The fact that I couldn't afford to buy everything that I wanted, and I thought by joining up, the kit was a very reasonable price, and that's pretty much how I got into it. I thought I'll buy a demonstration kit and get started that way, and I've never looked back.
And 18 years later, 18 years later, you're here. And look, they say that the nutritional value of the food cooked in a Bessemer piece of kitchenware is so much higher. It locks in the vitamins and the nutrients and things like that. Now, I've got to say that it's certainly doing you well. I can't believe that 18 years later, after having a young family, you just look fantastic.
Thank you.
You look like you just came out of school.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Now, we've got some that you've already cooked, right?
Yeah, well, I've actually got, I'm going to serve it on a bed of steamed rice.
Okay.
And we've got some that are already cooked here. And as you can see how they come out being a lovely glossy colour?
Oh, they just look like... You know how sometimes when you buy them and they look fantastic, that, you know, the taste isn't quite what you really wanted them to be, but they just looked absolutely irresistible. That's what yours look like.
And also, like I was saying before, you can put some vegetables through that as well. So you can put some, you know, snow peas and carrots, and you can really do them up as you want.
Okay.
Just serve straight onto the rice.
Too
like
easy.
And look at the wok. I mean, that's what really impresses me. The fact that there was soy sauce and honey and garlic and everything in there.
Easy to clean.
Just wipes out.
It's very, very impressive, as all of your recipes have been. Thank you so much for coming along and sharing your story as well. I really appreciate sharing your personal story. It really is an inspirational one. And we hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, Teresa.
Thanks.
And thank you for joining us on Cooking with Bessemer. There are more in the series. Keep watching, more recipes and more lovely people to meet. I'll see you again soon. Bye.
This has been a 010 production.